Okay guys, it's, oh god, I'm struggling to keep track. Day 8, I think. Obviously, so my brother came down for the weekend, so it's Monday now. My brother came down for the weekend to help me. It's a massive benefit having two people, especially for swinging that engine out. So yeah, main things today, I've made a little list. Is there oil in the engine? Might as well change the oil filter because that's something I can do quickly. Lock the flywheel, remove the pulley, take the flywheel off. I've got to go and get another flywheel because the one I ordered is for an automatic gearbox. I need new pulley bolts, so I'm going to order that from VW. Probably try and flush the radiator today. I keep putting it off, it does need doing. And I need a low range torque wrench because mine starts at 25 Newton meters. I'm going to pop out now to get my bits and then we can start prepping the engine to go back in. Okay, so GSF didn't have the flywheel and they can't get it apparently. So I'm going to have to try and speak to VW, see if they've got one. I just want to kind of renew the engine as much as I can really, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to have to call the guy at VW. He's a good guy, he'll probably see me right, and then we'll see. Going any more than 9. Right, just a quick pause because cause for celebration. Wedged that under to stop the engine going that way. Got the breaker bar on it, locking tool on, went for it, done. So that's that off, so that means I can get the engine back into the engine bay. Right, so this rear oil seal's a right pain in the ass. It's not particularly hard to fit per se, effort-wise, it's just getting it lined up right, and I've brought it up. Basically, the seal has to go really evenly over the crankshaft, and I didn't quite align it properly, and it moved, and it basically, I've done it wrong. So I've got it's 150 quid for a new one. I could chance it. I have straightened it up, and it sort of looks okay now, but the reality is it's compromised, and it could leak oil into the clutch, which is and flywheel and clutch and gearbox, which is absolutely what you don't want. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take it off, get a new one from VW, and that's another 150 quid that I didn't really want to spend, but is what it is. So we're gonna take this off and chuck it in a bin. I had a right nightmare yesterday, and I didn't really get much work done, and I didn't make any content really. Basically, it's regarding, I'll just show you super quick, this rear main seal. It's a really long story, but basically, I went to VW to get one because I'd messed it up. So got another one. I thought might as well spend the money and get the proper VW official one. There's a specific tool that you have to use to put this on, so it all goes on cleanly, which I didn't know. So, long story short, you have to get this ring, let's get in there, this grey ring talks to this sensor and talks to the ECU about crank position, cam position, fueling and that stuff. So anyway, the point is, because it relates to timing essentially, the guy at VW said, make sure that this mark, which again you can't see, this mark is exactly where the old one came off. Well, I happened to have a photo of that. So I was like, cool, no problem. And that made logical sense to me that all the timing is as it was comparative to the position of that ring. Unfortunately, I've been doing a lot of using a lot of AI to assist me with this job, and AI was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you don't move it from the factory set position. But then I went down this whole massive AI K-hole and kind of got half convinced, and then I just thought, well, every guide I'm reading says get the engine to top dead center and then put that hole directly at 12 o'clock. Make sure that that's where it is. If it's not there, move it slightly. Basically, that's more or less what the guy at VW was saying. Long story short, I've positioned it exactly where it was according to the photo that I had, and I'm going to move on. So I've got to clean the flywheel, put the flywheel on, torque that up, clutch on, and then we are ready to start trying to get this engine into position. I think we're going to call that done. Brand new flywheel bolts. Balance is key to the flywheel. Quite important to get them sort of hand tight and then torque them up in a sort of crisscross pattern so it seats evenly. Cool. New clutch is centered and on. Quick check over, clear some space, and then we'll get this bad boy in there. I've been battling with this engine for about the last 4 hours. It's almost in. It's a bit hard to see, but it's almost in. Just trying to line the gearbox up with the engine. And honestly, we're so close. Quick one. What have I done? Got the gearbox and engine mounted, mated together. Bell housing bolts are done up but not torqued. Still what to do. Clutch slave cylinder, gear linkages, and then we're on to hoses and connectors, those that I can do. Once I've done that and attached the alternator, tightened up the AC compressor bolts and refitted the pulley and tensioner, we'll get the belt on, and then we'll be in a good place to start thinking about seeing if it starts. It was working yesterday, so we didn't get any work done on the car. The engine mounts are in and the gearbox is mated to the engine. Engine mounts are torqued up, gearbox mounts are torqued up. It's a job now of getting all the hoses connected up, getting all the connectors connected up, making sure everything's got a home. I've got a heat shield to take off, which means taking the turbo coolant hoses off to access that. That gets me access to put the exhaust on, so we'll do that. Gear linkages, alternator, connect right side hoses, ECU, fuel line, turbo intake and connector, tensioner, coolant tank and hoses, main engine harness, left side earth, right side earth, flush the radiator, connect the radiator, fill coolant, fill on. So there's quite a lot to do. But we're basically getting to the point now where we're just sort of refitting everything. It's the end of the day. Got loads done. Clutch slave cylinder, gear linkages, hoses attached, turbo intake attached, exhaust is on, alternator's on, expansion tank in, coolant hoses attached, fuel lines on. There is a bit of a problem. I just got the sump plug slightly cross-threaded. Rather than screwing up the sump plug, it screwed up the internal threads on the sump. So I'm going to take the old one off and try and stick it on here. But otherwise, today's been a real success. It's time to release the tension on the crane. Okay, I think that's it. Right, first things first, I'm going to start by working on this sump, and then I've got the air filter and airbox to do, which is super easy. That definitely won't go wrong. I'm going to crack on and get this these sump bolts out. Okay, we're going to do just a quick before and after the underside of the crankcase. So there you go. You can see all this crap all along here. All this sealant has got to come off on the side over here, all in here. So I'm going to get under here, give it a good old scraping. So I've just got done cleaning the crankcase. So this is the surface. Hopefully you can see it's way cleaner. This engine has done 190,000 miles. You normally expect to see some like residue in the bottom of the sump, but you'd often find little metallic fragments, almost like grit, that is little tiny bits of the engine that come out in the oil and sink down to the bottom, and there's literally none of that. This is either it's just testament to VW or it's dumb luck, I don't know, but this engine has done really well. Okay, so here we are back in the garage, and I'm just going to try and get the remainder of these marks off the inside, get it nice and clean, and then we're going to clean up this edge. Might have a little go at the outside, just see if there's a little bit more I can do. That's pretty clean. Got a lot of that sealant out. I just really want to do a good job, you know. And the thing is, I'm sure a lot of people will be thinking, why go to so much trouble? It's an old car. It might not even run. Like, but I really want to give it a fighting chance. I feel like it deserves it. I feel like the more I can do little things like this, get it super clean, you know, the more of a fighting chance it's going to have. But also, I really want to do things properly. Like, I don't want to just half-ass it just because, oh well, it's an old car. It's not character building if you're just throwing it together and fuck it, that'll do, sort of thing, you know. You know, it's just worth doing things properly and trying to do them to the best of your ability. So anyway, we're looking. This is night and day from what it was. Super clean now. I'm going to put the sump plug on now, so I don't do it really carefully so I don't cross thread it. New engine sump is off. Old sump is clean. I need to nip out and get some sealant. If I can get the sump on today, we'll get the radiator on, we're in really, really good shape. The other thing I'm going to do is flush the radiator today. Right, so I can't get the sealant today and I can't get a new oil filter today. So next up, I'm going to do the spark plugs, I'm going to do the air filter, and we'll get the airbox back on, hook all of this up, and hook the hoses up and stuff. I think I might have to take this back off just to get this last coil pack out. Right, spark plugs are in. Next up, air filter.